Hey guys, and welcome to Shay's Stocks. It's day 11 now, and it's video 17. So 2 days since my last update, and it has been 2 bloody awful days. Everything's going down, safe plays going down, on desk tanking. It's the whole market's just down, down, down. So yeah, a bit brutal. I think it's affecting everybody at the minute. What we got to remember in these dark times is you're not back in the market. You're not back in the market. Market going down, market going up over a long enough time scale. That's what happens. You just got to wait. And it's so hard, man. So hard to sit there watching the money go down, knowing that you've got to wait for it to go and bounce back up again. You know, the temptation's been there to pull it, move it, do something, but no. We've got to wait, trust in the companies, and see how they get on. So yeah, the market's really bad. I think I got on there at like top $8, high end $8. It's now like low end $7, which is absolutely brutal. And even SoFi was 27 buy-in, and that's 25. So we are hundreds and hundreds of quid down at the moment. Fortunately, split by a bunch of investors, so it's not going to hurt anyone individually that badly. And like I say, the market's really bad. It's going to get better. So this was always going to be, put the money in and wait a year and not cash out in the meantime and have it go up within the next 6 to 12 months. If it does that, then it doesn't really matter what's happening now and how awful it feels. So yep, not in a great position. We're down significantly. We're committed now, very much committed to this path, these projects, and hoping that things uptick in the new year and get better. It is at Christmas time. We're not going to get a Santa rally, unfortunately. That was what everyone was hoping for. It's funny, the market's so funny. It's not, AI is getting hit like crazy, which you can understand. I avoided AI for a reason. AI is overvalued. People are worried about the AI bubble popping, which I don't think it will. But people are freaking out about it. So good companies are getting, massively devalued. They have good earnings and they go down. But it's somehow tanking the entire market. So this has happened Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday this week. Thursday, Friday still to come. Are we going to get a bit of upward motion, just a bit of stability? I do hope so, because I'm not sure how much more I can take of just seeing it go down. But yeah, like I say, I'd be an absolute fool now to pull out and take that loss that we currently have. I think it's in the region of 300 quid, probably a little bit more. 10% down. If we pull now, we're 10% down, and it's been a failed project. Everybody gets their money back minus 10%. Then we move on and we never look at the markets again. That's an option, but let's wait. Let's see it out. I was told before I came into this by my good friend that, you can't just pull as soon as it goes south. You just gotta wait. Markets will get better at some point, a couple of months' time maybe, hopefully sooner, but if it's a few months, it's a few months. If it's 6 months, it's 6 months. If it's 9 months, it's 9 months. I've picked good solid companies with good foundations, with good futures, and I do truly believe I've made a good choice, but my resolve is being thoroughly tested this week. So yeah, we'll just have to see where we're at financially in a few weeks' time. I'm trying desperately not to look at the market every day. I do get updates on my phone, that's how I know where we're at, and every day I watch live YouTube commentary on the market to see what's happening, and even they can't work out, explain the volatility of the market. You've got some companies like shooting up, you've got other companies shooting down. You know, most of the market's doing badly. For no reason, you'll have a couple of companies that are just having a really good day, and it's really strange. Ondas has had nothing but good news this week. I think the first bit of good news was that they had opened negotiations with a German factory to mass produce their drones. So that's huge. So there's going to be a production agreement there. They took full ownership of the company. Their valuations have gone up a couple of dollars to generally be considered a target valuation of $10 to $13. It's sitting at low sevens now. So, all the news and information and the buzz coming out of the company is that they're all making us the right strides to be a big firm one day. And it might not translate now, and what I have noticed with a lot of these firms is when they do make acquisitions of other companies and they do spend money to make money, it has a negative impact on their figures, which has a negative impact on their stock price. So I think maybe Ondas wasn't for the faint-hearted, and like I say, it's testing my resolve now, because I could easily take that hit, stick it into something safe, and in 3-4 months we'll be back up to where we were. But I knew what I was taking on, a risky company that could go down significantly and up equally significantly, so I've got to see it out. So far I was expecting to be doing a lot better. Everybody was banging on about I'm on YouTube, and I did my own research, and 27 was the lowest anybody thought it would go for a while. Market was optimistic, and like I say, it's down $2, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've got 70 shares, it's a considerable amount of money. So even my safe play is having a really hard time. So I'm fully convinced it's going to get better. The whole market's just absolutely being shelled at the moment, and we're going to have to wait for a recovery. Fingers crossed it's this side of a new year, but it could well get worse before it gets better. A couple of things to remember: we've invested in the company, not the market, and the shares are only worth what you sell them for. So it doesn't matter how low they go, as long as at some point they're worth more than you paid for them. And that's for long-term long-term game plan of any company to grow and improve and excel and succeed. And my money's on this and so far to do that, but right now both getting shelled. Account's not looking great. Just got to keep everything crossed, believe in the system, and believe that time will heal. And for all the pain I'm experiencing right now, that could be joy at the other end of the rainbow. So will it be our pot of gold sitting there waiting? We shall see. So a long, painful 3 days. The balance ain't looking great. Onwards and upwards, like I say, I'm not posting every day. It's just, it is what it is when the market tanks. I mean, my timing could have been so much better if we just sat out and waited, but you don't know. But this is about to happen. You can speculate all you want, but if you truly believe in a company, then it will grow, and that's what we believe. So there we go. I'm going to sign off here. Sorry it isn't better news, investors. Don't freak out. Let me do all the freaking out for you, and it'll all be good and work out and get better in the new year. Right, catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching SHAY'S Stocks, and I will be back soon, hopefully with more positive news. Fingers crossed. Catch you later, guys. Bye bye.